I'm Laura Mandanis, and I was the editor-in-chief of the Crowdsourcing issue.
I'm Chris Tabaxkis, and I'm the online operations manager for Reporter Magazine.
My name is Susie Svoboda, and I was art director during the Crowdsourcing issue.
We came up with the idea for the Crowdsourcing issue last spring. Adam Batzenhart, our managing editor at the time, had said, what if we do one on the topic of crowdsourcing? And it was weird, everyone in the room sort of went at the same time. Or what if we have everyone crowdsource the issue and actually write it for us?
We needed 20 articles, and we wanted each to be around a coherent idea. So we set up a user voice account, which is a place where people can submit and vote on ideas. And over 1,300 votes later, we took the top 20 and we set them up in a week. We set up a wiki running the same software as Wikipedia, where 300 users collaborated on each article from start to finish.
The editing process, much like the writing process, was very collaborative. It was a wiki, so people could see what was being written in real time and then edit it if they felt the need. People were editing for things like grammar and clarity, but they were also adding content at the same time. At the very end, we froze the wiki and we had the real editors of Reporter, well, the regular editors of Reporter, come in and take a final swoop at it.
So when I first heard about the crowdsourcing issue, I was really worried about what would happen to the cover. And we were sitting around at our e-board meeting, and I thought of how Layer Tennis is a website online, and they use a bunch of different designers to design off of one design. And they kind of go back and forth, and I wanted to somehow relate that into the cover design. So I designed the first cover, and then a designer named Garrett Voorhees designed the second cover off of my cover, and he took elements of my design. And then the next designer did the same thing off his cover, and so on and so forth.
One of the things that we really struggled with in this issue was how much control we were going to let our readers have. On the one hand, we could just totally turn the whole thing over to them and, really commit to the experiment, which we thought was an awesome idea, or I did anyway. Or we could, have a safety net to catch it in case everything sucked and we still had to turn off the magazine. In the end, we had sort of a compromise. We wanted to stay true to the experiment, so we let them do all of the writing, they did all of the art submission, all of that was user-generated, and I thought that was really cool. But then at the end, we froze everything, and we let the editors of Reporter have the final say. So I went through and we cut things for length, we cut the articles that were too short, that sort of thing. And we also had the designers do the final layout of the magazine. And I think it turned out pretty well that way. It was still very true to the nature of the experiment, but it, was still readable.